everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with Be Creative. Today's video is part 2 of things to do while you're on an MSC cruise. Specifically, this one is a 7-day on the MSC Seashore. And I'm combining 2 days because we have 2 days at Ocean Key, or you may pronounce it Ocean K, C-A-Y, but the real pronunciation of C-A-Y is Key. So at the end of this video, I'll actually leave a link to the very first video that I did of embarkation. Anyway, let's get on with the show here. So I'm going to my MSC for Me app. It's a free app, and I'm going to the little ships or the captain's wheel down at the bottom of the app. This little thing right here, I just clicked on it. It took me to here. And daily program. So we are going to day 2 and 3. It's Ocean Key, the MSC Marine Reserve. So it is a reserve island. It's not going to have a bunch of water slides and hoopla and all that stuff. It's a very serene, quiet island. And I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So for day 2, which is the first day on this island, we actually have, we get there like at 7 o'clock in the morning, I think. It's either 6 or 7. And then we're going to stay overnight, and we don't leave till noon the next day. That's so great. But anyway, the first thing at 7 o'clock, they have a sunrise stretch, which is free. At 9 o'clock, they have yoga slow flow. At that same time, they also have a stretching and aerobics and pickleball and board games start. Now, that's all at 9 o'clock, so you're going to have to pick and choose. And honestly, I would like to do the yoga and the stretching and the aerobics. And the pickleball sounds fun too, but I can't do them all. Although I'll be honest with you, my husband and I will probably just be slow getting up and having breakfast. All right, so 10 o'clock, they have an unhosted tic-tac-toe game. These are all on the ship, by the way, so far. And then they have a morning trivia at 10 o'clock, and they have a ring toss at 10:30. And then Guess the Song, Bob Marley at 10:30. 11 o'clock, still on the ship. This is all stuff on the ship. They have a cornhole game. And then 11 o'clock, we have a game, Pictionary. And 11:30, Crosswords Challenge. And 11:30, they have a dance class. And it is the Tarantula. I'm sure let's see. All right, I looked it up, and I thought it might have been an Italian dance. Tarantilla. And it says it's a group of various southern Italian folk dances. I actually would like to learn to do that. It's from the regions of Calabria, Campania, which I think that's where my ancestors came from, and Sicily, or Sicilian. So, yeah. Oh, tambourines. That sounds fun. Maybe I'll do that. Anyway, that's 11:30. I'm probably going to be out on the beach someplace. All right, so 1300, we have gaming lessons. Casino happy hour is at 1300. Also at 1300, they're having the movie out on the Deck 18, Long Island Pool, Inside Out 2. That's a funny movie. And then at 1500, afternoon trivia. And then they also have Friends of Bill. I don't know what that really is. They're also having another movie, Beetlejuice. And then at 15:30, they're having another dance class. And let me remind you, this is all on the ship. There are other activities on the island, but this is all stuff on the ship. So the dance that they're going to be teaching, I'm probably going to be saying this wrong, but is bachata. And it is Dominican Republic dance, sensual and romantic social dance. At 1600 hours, Guess the Song movies. My daughter and her husband would probably be really good at that. They're good at all this movie stuff. 16:30, they're having a ping pong tournament. You have to be 18 or older for that. At 16:30, up here goes the shopping. New collection of MCM leather handbags. And then you're also at 16:30, they're having a game, charades. And then at 1700, boot camp. Now this is something that you will have to pay for. And it's at the gym. At 1700, there's also a fine watch collection. So some more shopping. And then here's some more shopping. Guess the carat weight at the Hippie jewelry store. Fashion watches event. Okay, and then at 1700, they're having a solo travelers meeting. And then at 1730, they're having the LGBTQIA plus gathering, which you have to be 18 or older for that. 1850, MSC souvenir best price. 1830, dress to impress, featuring Renee Dirthy Ladies Couture. Okay, more shopping. They have a lot of shopping on these things. Then at 1830 also, they're having Be a Karaoke Superstar. This is at the La Cabaret Rouge. And, oh, they're having another dance class at 1845, the Moringa. Ooh. At 1900, they're going to be games at the casino, blackjack tournament. 1915, we got progressive trivia. And then at 1930, this is free of charge, they're having a sunset stretch at the gym. At 1930, they're having a movie up on deck 18, the Forge. And let's see, they're having 1930 theater show, Trivia Total Divas. Oh, that's the show. That's the show that you will have to make reservations for. So you want to make sure to do that probably the night before, if they will allow you to do that, or at least the morning of, because these shows, they're actually pretty good. I was really surprised, and they fill up really quick. So if you don't get your spot, you'll miss out. At 20, now this is all military time, so, but 20, there is Discovery Hour, Cognac, Whiskey, and gin. Okay. Also at the same time, they're having a slot tournament qualifying round at the casino, and then same time is the showtime at the Rouge. So Le Cabaret Rouge, I highly recommend you go to that show too. You can actually do both. We usually go to dinner. We go to early dinner, then we go to the early show, and then when that's over with, we go over to Le Cabaret Rouge for their shows, and it's really good. They have a lot of different entertainment. They have a band, they have singers, they have dancers, they'll have, acts like magicians and stuff like that. So highly recommend you go check them out, and you can come and go as you please. You don't have to stay for the whole time. It is set up where you can come and sit down for maybe 30 minutes and leave. You can come in late, whatever. All right, 2015, Cigars Under the Stars. Oh, here's another dance class at 2030, the Salsa Soca. And then also at 2030, they're having some more shopping, Tanzanite unveiling at the Effie store. At 2030, MSC Kids is having some type of cinema thing. And then here is another show that you won't want to miss. And it's very short. At 2100, they're having the Lighthouse Show. Now, fortunately, last time we had a balcony that was on the side where we could see it. And I believe I actually have a video of that. But I'm really not sure. If I do, I'll leave a link up here. And if it's actually on this channel, it may be on my other channel. I'll let you know where it is here and if I do have it or not. And if I don't, I'll make sure to take a video of it this time and post it. All right, so where were we? That was the Lighthouse Show. 2100, there's also a Luna Libra Beach Party. Now that is actually out on the island. And if I'm not mistaken, this is where the beach where the lighthouse is. So all this is going on at the same time. At 21:15, there's a meet and greet for MSC kids. I'm not for sure what age that is. It seems kind of late. 21:15, a Reggae Legends tribute with Mr. Mize. And then we have the Quizzle Clock. What is Quizzle Clock? Oh, it must be a game or something. It says for young teens. That's at 21:30. And then they have the second show, Total Divas, at 21:30 also. And then at 21:45, there's a game show called Rock Stars. And then they have the second Lighthouse show at 2200. And then at the same time, they have a karaoke for 18 and over. And then they have warm up with DJ. So they're actually warming up, getting ready for the Tropical Nights party. And this is the evening where you would dress up tropical, which shouldn't be difficult for us. I mean, we're on a Caribbean island taking a Caribbean cruise, so we should all have some tropical attire that we can wear. All right, so, I think I missed 22:30. There's a Casino Paradise Lotto, so some more casino stuff. At 23:15, we have the MSC Teens iPop competition. It says, how good are you at guessing songs? This is the right team. This is the right team game for a night full of music and fun. Don't miss it. So it's just a trivia thing. And then at 21:30, there's the after party with live DJ at the Le Cabaret Rouge. So that's probably after all the shows. Anyway, that is the first day on the private island. Now, I know I'm whipping through these really quick, but I don't want this to be like an hour-long video. And but I want you to understand what is available as far as activities goes on these cruises. So we are on day 3 of our cruise, day 2 on the island. We're only here till noon. And it says the MSC today with cruise director Neil at the Seashore Bar on deck 5 at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I don't know about you, but I'm probably going to be in my room. Actually, normally I would be asleep, but I may be watching the sunrise. I love to get up and watch the sunrise. Some of the most beautiful sunrises and sunsets you will find on a cruise. And so at 8 o'clock, this is something I really, really want to do. It's called We Move for the Corals. It's a 5K walk, and it's not a race. From what I understand, you go buy a t-shirt. They're probably going to be $20, $25, I would guess. And then you go show up at the Madison Theater on deck 7, and they're going to take you off the ship, and they're going to give you a private tour of the island. And I hope we can do this. My husband's been having some leg issues lately. He actually has an MRI tomorrow, so hopefully things will be better for this cruise. So if he's up for the walk, we are definitely going to do that, and I will be doing some videos on that. So I'm really excited about that. But just to rush through here real quick with all the other things that are going on, and this is most of it is all on the ship. So at 9 o'clock we have pickleball, 18 and older. 9 o'clock we also have board games. It says free play. 9 o'clock we have stretching. That's at the Long Island pool. And then at 9:30, diamonds for breakfast. But it's more shopping. At 9:30 we have aerobics. At 10 o'clock we have ladder golf. What is ladder golf? And it is at the Long Island pool on deck 18. Do you know what ladder golf is? Let me know down in the comments if you do. All right, 10 o'clock we have morning trivia. At 10:30 there's Guess the Song, Elton John. And 10:30 there's cornhole. 11 o'clock we have more shopping. Oh, collect your free charm. Honestly, well, by 11 o'clock, I think we have to be on the ship by 11 o'clock. So we'll be up. I'll be able to pick that up. But that's at the Madison Theater, deck 7. Also at 11 o'clock, there is mini golf challenge. And then there's the ocean trap. And like I said, by this time, you should be on the back on the ship because we leave at noon. So there's more. So the jeweler's eye, a master class, and $1,000 shopping spree. Yeah, okay. That's 11:30. Also, there's another dance class called Taco Punta. Wonder what that is. So it's interesting. I looked up Punta dance, and it's an African indigenous people with roots in St. Vincent, which is a Caribbean island. So I wonder what Taco Punta is. I'm guessing that may be a little bit mixture of that and Hispanic. I don't know. That's my guess. We'll see. Or maybe we won't, because I'm probably not going to be going to that class. Okay, at 11:30, besides the Taco Punta dance class, we have a scavenger hunt. And at 12:30, it says, see Dallin to double your chances at winning the Mexican, some shopping thing. So, it's a Mexican, the Mexican highlights talk. Okay, so the next day will be a day at sea, and then the next day will be Costa Maya, and then we go to Cozumel. So there's going to be a little talk on these next ports of call we will be going to, and the shopping that's available, and all that stuff. If you are new to cruising, I suggest you go. We used to go when we first started cruising. It is pretty entertaining. Of course, I haven't been to MSC's highlights, but I know I've been to Carnival, Royal Caribbean. I think I went to Disney. Did Disney even have one? Anyway, they are pretty entertaining, and you do learn a little bit. But we've been cruising for a long time, so we just skip those now. All right, at 1300, we have MSC Foundation Ocean Party. Not for sure what that is. And at the same time, there's Crosswords Challenge. And then at 13:30, there's a Sudoku Challenge. 1400, we have Mega Bingo cards on a sale, so you can go get your cards and go play bingo. 1400, a free foot analysis consultation. Also at the same time, there's a game called Win It in a Minute. At 1500, there's a trunk show, so more shopping. And then at 1500, there's a Mega Bingo, so got some more bingo going on. 1500, you have the casino slot double points. Same thing, or same time, you have Friends of Bill. I'm not for sure what that is. Afternoon trivia, basketball game, 18 plus. Sunglasses event. All this is at 1500. And they also have, besides the sunglasses shopping for, you can also shop for some more watches. And then there's more shopping at 15:15's close. And then there's another dance class. It's a reggae dance class. 1600, guess that song. 1630, more fine watches on sale. At 1630, we also have guess the celebrity game and a ping pong tournament for 18 or older. At 1700, we have family cinema for the MSC kids. Also, solo travelers, they're having their meeting. So this looks like every night at 1700, the solo travelers have their meeting in the Brooklyn Cafe. And then at 1730, the LGBTQIA+, they have a gathering, have to be 18 or older, at the cocktail bar on Deck 8. Both of these are at Deck 8. So that looks like an every night thing. Then they have, at 1800, they have some more slot machine stuff. And then 1800, meet Dallin and collect your final free cruise charm. Ah, the last one? This is only day 3, huh? Okay. At 1830, there is some type of fine watch event you can enter to win. Like I said on my last video about this, just beware about those. To me, it's a time waster. I mean, if you have nothing planned and you're not in a hurry to do anything, or you're just going to be sitting around anyway, go for it. But if you're going to be going to dinner or going to a show or another class, I would not waste your time with these drawings. It's just a way to get you to go into the shop and be in the shop longer because you just might buy something. Although I'll have to say, I do like to go shopping, and I have bought stuff before, and you can get some good deals, but you just need to know prices and you need to know your stuff. And it's just like anywhere else, whether you're on a cruise or you're shopping in port or you're at home shopping. You need to know what you're shopping for and be ready to say no. Okay, speaking of more shopping, we have Dress to Impress. That's more shopping. And then they have a family karaoke at the Le Cabaret Rouge. And then they have another dance class. Man, they have a lot of dance classes this time. I don't remember there being this many. Because the last cruise I took on MSC, I actually did all their dance classes. Even their line dancing, or quote, line dancing on the Lido deck. But this one is and I'm not going to say this right, Ruta de Morenga. Wonder where that's from. So I looked it up, and it is actually a couples dance in a circle, and you do merengue type moves. It almost seemed like a Hispanic square dancing. Sort of, because it talked about changing partners and all this stuff. Sounds fun, but I don't think we'll be doing it, especially since my poor husband is having issues with his leg. So at 1900, there's a slot tournament. At 1900, there's also Beetlejuice. And we have 1915, there's a progressive trivia. And then at 1930, there is a PG comedian. That's good. I have to say, some of the comedians that I have been listening to and stuff on the cruise ships are pretty good. Now, if they're an R-rated, if you're like me and you really don't like dirty jokes and stuff, then I don't recommend you go. But they're really funny, the PG ones, and very appropriate to take your kids. All right, at 20 hours, we have MSC Logo Happy Hour. What's that? More shopping. Let's see. 200 hours, slot tournament again. Showtime at the Rouge. So that's at the Le Cabaret Rouge, their show starting. At 2030, we have a jewelry auction preview. Oh, at 2030, there's another dance class. Forro, F-O-R-R-O. Okay, I'm learning a lot about dance, and it's kind of funny because I was a dance major in college, and I thought I was familiar with most of the dance forms, but apparently I'm not. So the forró, which I'm probably saying it wrong, is a Brazilian dance genre and music style that originated in the northeast of the country. It is characterized by partner dancing that's less competitive than salsa and less formal than the tango. There are two main styles of forró. That sounds fun. I love seeing all this dancing opportunities, but honestly, I wish they had it where you didn't need a partner. Then I could do all these. Oh well. All right, we're almost done with the day. At 2100 hours, we have the MSC Kids Family Disco Door Mix. And then at 2130, we have the Comedian. Again, at 2145, there's a game show, Majority Rules. 2200, we have Be a Karaoke Star, 18 and up. 2215, there's a MSC music game at MSC Kids. At 22:15, the DJ warm-up party for the 70s and 80s. So this night is the night that you dress up in 70s and 80s. And they also call it the Sunshine Party. So you can just dress up really bright. I actually am going to be wearing something that's really bright colors that has like flat daisies and stuff like that on it. Little suns or whatever. So that'll be fun. And then at 2300 we have Paradise Lotto with a cruise director. So they're doing something in the casino. 2315 we have the World Quest at the MSC Teens Live. And at 2330 the after party with live DJ. So that is a lot of things going on, and you can do as much or as little as you would like. Let me know what appeals to you, if any of them. Maybe you're just one of these people, kind of like my husband and I, that just like to sit back and relax and take it easy. Let me know down in the comments what kind of cruiser you are. And thanks for joining me. Y'all have a great day. This is Terry Jeanette with Be Creative, signing out for now. Bye-bye.